Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel where I'm going to be sharing a bit of the private market. Now, a few number of investors have actually approached me in the past few weeks, trying to understand how the market works and how, in fact, rich men or wealthy men makes money in the financial market. And of course, I took my time to share the differences because there is a difference between the secret and the public. Yes, just like those who are spiritually inclined, everything that happens in the physical first take its shape in the spiritual realm. Yes, God is awesome. And when you apply that same principle into your investing, you will understand that what I call the the secret or the private or quiet wealth summit is very important for anyone that want to grow wealth along the financial market. Now here is my private investment market. We have different marketplace. If you come here, you will see the public marketplace where I use Trove, or you are using Bamboo, or Pluto's Neo, or you are using any platform at all. It could be Afrinvest, it could be Carrywise, it could be Kuda, any of this platform where you can invest as a secondary investor or retail investor. These platforms are called the public market. Yes, anything that comes to the public, there's always a price down and a lot of activities that goes there. But then, how do you step into the private market? The private market where you see the likes of Tony Elumelu, Otedola. Many of you heard Otedola, on the public space during an interview when he told Aliko Dangote that he wants to invest $100 million into his refinery IPO. That pronouncement is not in the public. It's not going to happen in the public. It will happen in the private market because not everybody is given the privilege to buy shares in the private, and there is always a limit order. Yes, so but then let me just show you what it is. Now this is my private market where I help a lot of persons both in Canada, US, UK, Australia, Germany, some part of Africa, Nigeria. I help a lot of persons to buy into this space. So first and foremost, I will check the Magnificent Seven. When we say Magnificent Seven, it's not that these Magnificent Seven are not part of the public Magnificent Seven where you see the companies like Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, you have AVGO and many others. Not there. Over here, there are companies that are tagged Magnificent Seven once they are above $1 trillion or close to $1 trillion, billion-dollar market cap. These are companies that we see as Magnificent Seven. And so one of them has just left this list, which is the SpaceX. SpaceX last month actually went public, and so it was delisted from this list. And now the upcoming IPOs, one of the biggest among them is Anthropic. Many of you have heard about Anthropic, OpenAI, Andure, Databricks, Stripe. Many of you know about Stripe. You have been using Stripe to do transaction, but then they are not in the market yet. So they are coming into the market, and so that is how you see most of these opportunities before they blow up into the secondary market. So you as an investor, you want to take that bull by the horn. You want to be the first to be in the market, so that once the public begin to know about this, you would have made your money. And this is how the rich make their money. They don't make their money from the noise market. They make their money from the quiet market, and that is why, by God's grace, before the year runs out, we'll be having a private or quiet wealth summit. Yes, we're going to be having that quiet word summit where a lot of persons will see the opportunities as it is. And so the upcoming IPO, because some companies have actually listed, submitted their listings. So one of them that's coming is Kraken. You have the liquid debt, Motive, all the, you can see their sectors and subsectors. Blockchain, blockchain.com. Many persons have been into this blockchain, but you don't know that they are not in the public market yet, so they are still in the private market. A lot of persons are already investing, buying some of their shares. You have Discord, you have Falcon X, Anthropic, OpenAI. These are public ones that a lot of persons have been hearing about. Cohesity, Strava, Aura, Shen. I'm coming to this Shen. For obvious reasons, just like you see this Temu. Temu has been advertising. Temu is a marketplace, an e-commerce platform where you buy a lot of properties, consumers, lifestyle and all that. Shen is another one. And currently, Shen have an app. A lot of persons have been buying goods from them. Anything you want to buy, whether from China and all that, you go to Shen, you'll be able to see it. So Shen is a consumer and lifestyle company that's into clothing, fashion, beauty, and apparel. So this company is also preparing to come into the market, And so we have the chair. It's a fintech, a lot of all these companies as well. So by the time you take your time to go and understudy what they do, how they do their thing they do, when they were invented and all that, you'll be able to have a glimpse of what the company is. And you could buy it, before they come into the marketplace. So these are the opportunities that you should know. Just have it at the back of your, or the front of your palm, that the wealthy ones, the wealthy men or the rich men, they make more money from the private market. And so let me show you a little bit of how it went with SpaceX, because the essence of this video is to motivate you, to inspire you, to prepare yourself to find your way into the private market, because that is where the most make their money. However, even in the secondary market, we make money, because I make my money from the secondary market as a coach, as a consultant, as a trader. I make my money from the secondary market. But then in the private market, there is something that happens there which many persons do not know. Now, here is SpaceX that a lot of persons have been talking about. In November 2012, that was when SpaceX listed their stock in the private market, not in the public market. And how much was it? 0.34 cents. 0.34 cents. The question you will ask yourself is that if you were told as at that time, 2012, about SpaceX, would you have believed that after 14 years that SpaceX was going to come to the public? You see, it's about wisdom, it's about structure, it's about, belief, it's about understanding what would make you to believe that SpaceX, after 14 years, will come into the marketplace. And so the share and carried out a final forged share of $129.84. That was the amount it was sold in this private market before the IPO. That is, prior to the IPO, it was sold for $128. And you remember that when SpaceX came into the market, the price was what? This is the price, $134. That was what they listed. So imagine you did not buy it on this November 2012, and you waited probably 2015 to buy it. Now let me show you how it was. Let me show you the performance. Now in 2019, SpaceX was trading how much? It was trading $5, January 2019. And then 2020, it was still $5. It went up $4, it came down. In July of 2020, it came down to $4. Nobody believed it. It also went to $8 in April 2021. Many persons did not, but then the private investors, they already saw future. I was already understudying this company proud before this time, you know. And then it went on to $18 in 2022. Of course, the noise was still not there. Nobody heard about it. It was still in the private. And then 2024, it went to $27. Many persons did not believe. You know, Elon Musk is one guy that actually worked like a chameleon when it comes to things like this. Of course, he has his friends, you know, the likes of Oracle, a lot of his big guys, big friends. He will approach them and say, okay, come and invest. But then over here in this private market, it doesn't need to meet you. As long as it is in this private market, I give you that opportunity to say, okay, you want to buy, but then you must have large sum. You have like $100,000, $200,000. A lot of you have this money. You don't know how to invest it, but this is what I'm telling you. I'll give you that opportunity. If you want to start investing in the private market where the big money is made, you hit me on the comment section or send me a message on my WhatsApp. Just send me a message. I will always guide you through on how to do this, how we can help you manage it, and then invest. You know, invest, and then you make a lot of money. And so you can see the trajectory in 2025 last year, that is February last year, it went to 47. So if you have bought it at that, let's say you bought it at $4, even at this price, you have already made your money. And you may decide to sell in the private market without going to the public market. That is one thing you should know. Because this marketplace, you buy and sell, even while here, you know. And then this year, January 2026, it went to 88 and so on, and then bam, up to the IPO. June 26, it was still here, you know. In May it was still here, but June, when it went into the public market, you know, SpaceX was listed on NASDAQ, and so it listed at $135. Look at where the price is right now. Look at where the price is right away right now. It has gone to 170, 193, and so on and so forth. So these are secrets that I'm sharing with you. And another one that is also coming is this. You know, this, has gone because Celebras has already gone public since May. It has gone public since May, and so you see the trajectory, the performance. No one invests in the private market and not make profit. So guys, if you really want this kind of stuff, hit me on the comment section. There are things you can't do on your own. We will always guide you through to do that. The private wealth making is important for any family. As an organization, you have a business, you have a company. One backup that you need is investing in equities. And then you are a civil servant. One best thing that you can do for yourself, both for retirement or for something that you build for your children, is the financial market. Start investing little by little, and by weekend I'm going to list out some stocks that we have a very large window to run up, because there are stocks you could buy and you won't have that opportunity for them to run very fast, no room to run. But I give you companies or stocks that you can buy over the period of 5-10 years. You see how far they would have run up and give you a lot of returns. So guys, don't forget to help this video to get at least 50 likes. I'm begging you, whenever you watch my video, try as much as possible to just like it. Yes, it won't cost you anything, but it helps me to rank higher on YouTube. So try and like. You can share and also make a comment. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, so that anytime I'm dropping valuable videos like this that can help you decide your investment, you will always be the first to get a glimpse of it. See you guys.